what we have found out, and I think Sinatraa has been one of the key factors in showing us this, is the strength of that Sova on B. Like, it's not just the ability to have the arrows that can go from the B site straight into the B main area that's like so powerful, because you can't break the arrows in time usually, so it can really catch you out guard. It's a great easy info play, but also the ult, like in terms of like ult positioning, you can get a lot of very good Hunter's Fury lineups from the B site. So there's just like, it's honestly such a strong site for Sova. And so I'm really curious when we actually see TSM dealing with Sentinels, when TSM go to their attack, what is going to be the way that they look to deal with that. And similarly, given that we do also have Sova here for TSM, you know, how is that going to also play out?
Dude, I mean, Twitch chat probably doesn't know this because I picked TSM to win this game, but I love Sentinels, man. To pick against them is like insane. They're not even running a duelist right now. Like, they're so sick. Their strats are so well thought out, so well layered. Like, if something doesn't work, there's a B plan. There's a very good on-the-fly B plan. And that they are one of the rare teams right now in the scene that has that. So the in-game leader on Sentinels has done their work. I'm not sure if they have a coaching staff. They've definitely done a good job. But this early round setup is very scary for this Cypher. You can see Dapr.
Yeah.
Dapr is going to have a lot to do right now with this flash coming his way. Here it is. 3, 2,
smokes.
Jet dash. He got away.
Beautiful, just running it through, sending it straight there to the lobby, seeing what they can find.
Zombs
and they're going to find both of the kills. My god, that's actually a really good result. ShahZaM's in a very open position, has to hit every shot. Hazed annihilates him. And now Sinatraa.
Colors on cat. This is huge. This is the fight.
Ooh. Oh, that did a lot of damage. The shock dart lands there. Cutler down to 30. He'll get finished off by Sinatraa. And wow, we didn't even get to a bomb site. Everything happened towards B lobby and mid there.
All right, so Ascent is playing out exactly how my rank games play out. Oh my god, that was insane. I thought they were going to react by going up a main, but they reacted by going up catwalk. That's very interesting. They went into the teeth of that push, and I don't necessarily agree with it, but it worked out because they all ended up hitting shots.
Yeah, that was pretty mad. The amount of variance it was kind of nuts.
Yeah. Ooh, look at this. The early flash B followed by the cage. So they know if someone pushes because the cage is going to trigger. There it is. Oh my god. Again, the Omen flash dash combo. This is an
that's beautiful.
Definitely an anti-strat coming out of TSM. Oh.
Good find though by Sinatraa. That's going to even up the numbers slightly. That's huge. In a situation like this, obviously the team who's on the pistols, well, hold that thought. We have a very aggressive position here from Sick with that Sage. Speaking of plays that could really turn the round, if that fails, if this fails, if Sick somehow gets discovered and taken down before getting any frags, that could be problematic, but he could also win the round outright if he gets a good flank timing, which he probably will once he starts hearing Wardell shooting off bullets, if that is to be the case. Here comes the push, though. All the utility sending it in through B main into the B site, and it's looking pretty damn good so far. Great openings from ShahZaM. Sick unable to find any rotations through spawn, but they are coming through mid to market. So some damage would at least be nice here. Only one kill so far. Can they get a trade? No, ShahZaM. I think that's a 4K for him in this round. Lovely stuff with the Bulldog. Very good to have the Bulldog there, considering that most of Sentinels were on Ghost, I think. Oh no, actually we had only 2 Ghosts. I forget. It's either 2 or 3 Ghosts.
Yeah, it's a very tricky round to buy on. So you can see, actually, Sentinels are one of the few teams right now that don't like to run the op on attack. They feel like it hinders their spacing, and it really takes away from how they enter the sites. So I'm curious if Shaz is going to keep doing this on Breach moving forward. But he's going to early fault line A main to show presence, make sure they can't push. You can see TSM is at 4 towards the A site. So that stalls that A push a little bit, gives them time to work mid, work B. Oh, Wardell gets pushed off catwalk. That's huge, actually.
They have like a gelato take going on, a late gelato take, or at least they were ready for it. I don't know if Omen actually threw the paranoia through, but ultimately we've got this huge presence going towards the B site now. The split from B main and from market is really difficult. Wardell's going to have to do some incredible work with this. And that's a great shot. He's on 21 points of health. The drone comes forwards. He's going to try and hide away from it and just buy time for his teammates. I don't think he was spotted by the drone there. This is looking really good, actually, for TSM on this defense. If Wardell can get one more, and he's going to get just that. Sinatraa goes down. He might just get more as he's still holding this ground. They don't really seem to be able to do too much about his position right now. He has the dash available. The timing of that one, and finally Zombs will take him out. But there's so much time that's been bought for this rotation. Zombs barely looking to get the bomb down in time. The spike will go down, but unfortunately there's nobody to defend it, so that's going to be a wrap. Great stuff from TSM. Wardell held on for ages.
Yeah, that's what they're going to absolutely need that out of Wardell this entire series, right? He's going to have to be impactful even when he's low HP. You see the running a Sageless comp. He couldn't get healed, so he has 20 HP, 21 HP in the back of the B site, and he's able to live, get a couple frags. And I thought this was such a good approach by Sentinels. They had a 5-on-2 in this B site. They just couldn't get the second part of the push in. They couldn't figure out how to enter the site.
Yeah, just that last piece.
Here's that early A aggression again. The Omen flash going to come through early right now. You can see the drone lining up, I believe, probably a recon. No, that's a shock dart. Or chalk dart, actually.
Dude, Omen is, I think, incredibly strong on Ascent. The flashes here. We get the ult coming through from Subroza, just flashing straight through the cage. They will be able to take control of Gelato. The question is, will there be a retake of this position? Will Subroza try to hold this?
He broke the trip, though. That's very big. Now Sentinels has to be worried about this A flank for the rest of the round. So even though he gets no frags out of that, breaking that trip is actually very important. You can see Dapr now has to stay in this cam. He pings both the spots where they could be. You can see now they're going to have to re-clear all this, push back A main, and then they'll get back into their strat.
This is beautiful, the retake of Gelato, though they did not expect Subroza around the corner, flash in hand, for looking for another go of it, but doesn't have to do too much, doesn't have to really overextend. I'm not sure if there's a paranoia still remaining here in the hands of Hazed. Can check that, thank you very much. Not in his hands, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter because this lineup is stunning. Subroza, what an off angle there. They are going to be falling without any complaints. And Subroza is playing so well. And this round has really fallen. They wanted that Gelato control, and it just never worked out for them. Could have had it to TSM. Ooh.
Oh, is he going to lose this off? Shaz has to hold this. Wow, what a round by Subroza. Oh my god, this man put the team on his back. 4K, breaking the trip, causing the attack side to come into him. Perfectly timed flashbang. Good off angle. I mean, there's just so many compliments I could throw his way. Probably played that round.
It's such an interesting spot too, because you see the initial Gelato control. Like we saw it in the previous round too. Although it didn't happen, we saw that there was a setup from TSM to take Gelato control with the paranoia. I think it was Subroza and this over there ready to go and push that. Didn't happen, but you can see how much focus this game is so focused around this Gelato control right now. Another push comes through, and there's the paranoia. It's a little bit late, but it's going to work out in time. They have to try to convert here, but they are losing so much, and they're so committed.
Oh my god, he's running up with 12 HP.
ShahZaM! He's managed to find 2 out of that somehow. Maybe they bought off more than they can chew, and that's some great damage, and it could just get worse. Wardell able to escape with a dash from Zombs. He's going to fall back. Lots of damage. Even if Sentinels don't end up winning this round, they've done a huge amount of damage.
They have. And Shaz has an ult. So if things get closer, he could always pop that. Same with the Omen. The Omen could telly into any site right now. That's a good kill.
Just hunting him down. Nicely done.
I actually like that. I actually like that they hunted them down right there and didn't allow them the space to really think out how to use those ults and like think about how to use their abilities. I think when you give people space in those type of scenarios, when they have those abilities, things can get really weird. Like there's so many options available to them with a breach ult and a Omen ult. I like the idea to play aggressive.
Yeah, completely agree.
Can't believe I'm saying that.
I think we're going to go back to... So look at the focus from Sentinels on this Gelato control, Sean. These teams are definitely going to hook on each other. Nice pick coming through from Wardell, finding the flick there. And we're going to get the ults, the run it back in mid for info. We'll get taken down though. Right now, if we take stock of the situation, Sentinels have to commit off of the A main control they have because they don't have much control elsewhere at the moment. Rotation's coming through. The breach ult is going to be sent straight forwards, and that's going to affect Cutler. The cam there is going to spot for the movement forwards, try to get a dart on one of these players making their way into the site here from Sentinels. Oh, that is scary. The shot's not quite landing there for Wardell. He needs to find some action with this operator to get his team into position, but it's very hard to hold the site if you have nothing but the site to work from. You can see even Hazed is in position A main. That's a beautiful opening there, finding Zombs. There's the res, but oh, the swing comes through, and oh no, that should have been free from Hazed. And this could cause problems. Zombs is still there, the spray out, but it looks a little bit too labored, and it will in fact be the retake. Successful there for TSM in the end.
Very good retake by TSM. Everything looked very poised, under control. He didn't rush out of heaven. See, they let Hazed get that flank in A main. And you can see the arrow coming in, allowing Wardell to tag that guy at Gen. Everything was so under control. The res, followed by the peak door. It wasn't rushed. It wasn't from one prong of the sides. It was from all three. And I just had no faith Sentinels was going to hold that site.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's the thing that will worry me. If there is not a plan to have that post-plant positioning on A, again, we've seen how difficult it is. But here we get that, again, that control play coming through around the A main position, around Gelato. Looks like Sentinels might be able to win this one. Their utility's working out quite nicely. We can see that Subroza is not able to gain the same or keep the same ground that we have seen in previous moments. So this is a small win early on.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Oh
my god, he hit
great
him.
Damage. Oh, he doesn't get the follow-up. That's really unlucky. That looks so on. Okay, look how much they have to expend here to deal with Subroza.
Get chalk darted to death.
Oh,
he one.
Managed to get a kill out of it. That's good work from Subroza. He hung onto this position for a long time.
There was a few abilities used that A main this round, Dan. A few. This was insane. All this for A main control? Oh
I know, right?
God. Omen's like, we ready to take
can
mid,
reset.
guys?
I like this. They're going for the reset, Sean.
This is crazy. So the CT Omen smokes off A main, allows Jet to rotate in a little bit. They have no one in B. They're just using a Cypher cam there for info. The trips to provide info if they're entering the site. Oh, Omen flashed the drone. Didn't do much.
Okay, here comes the re-exec onto the A site with that
TSM's
split from
this.
Catwalk. 15 seconds to plant the bomb. They've got to get on it. Oh, they almost line up for Wardell. The flick's coming through, and the damage is being done. Drone trying to dodge around the crates here. He's done a great job. However, there's no time to plant this bomb, so the round is truly over for Sentinels. It was a ballsy call to go for that late contact into the A site from Catwalk, but not going to work out. And Sean, it's so interesting how much focus from both teams there is around the A main position. Something has to give, and surely it has to be from Gen G. Surely they, Gen G? Sentinels. Surely they can't keep committing there because they're genuinely losing that battle.
No, this is something that I recognized yesterday in their game when I was watching it, is their default is very atypical when you think as a CS player, and this is something that I kind of agree with. You work the extremities on Ascent, then you go mid. It's very important to them to control B main and A main before they go mid on these full gun rounds. Now this is an eco, probably a pocket strat, probably like a B hit, if I had to guess, based on the where everyone is on the minimap. But normally, they're trying to get A main and B main control, then mid.
Positionally, it actually looks quite good at the moment. It's going to be up to the counter utility. That's a huge spine onto Wardell. It's going to force him back, which creates so much space here for this split to really work. That's a beautiful wall. Jumping out of market just to make that wall in time. We'll get that recon dart going through there to try to get some info for the defenders. But their backs are against the wall. They're in trouble here, Sean. They're in so much damn trouble. Cutler's going to try to hold on. Wardell's going to go down.
One more.
Everything on Cutler right now. He gets that one more that you were looking for. And the retake is on as Subroza puts the pressure on. The wall goes out to suggest that he could be along any one of those points behind that wall. But they're slowing it down. They're waiting for the move here. They know that they have to plant the spike still. They don't have to commit through until the spike is being planted, and that means one player's out of the action, and that's going to cue the flash through the dark cover there from Subroza. Beautiful find, but it's up to Sinatraa now. How does he find his way out of this position? Again, they know he has to plant the spike. They've taken good positions to deal with this. Oh no, they might be giving him a chance here.
3 HP.
20 seconds, 3 HP. Oh, he had the chance. He had the chance. He got a shot off, but it did not land. I cannot believe that they did so much right there, Sentinels. They got so much value there somehow.
I will never be as courageous as Drone is. I will never be that courageous to peek that angle right there in a Sinatraa. I would not peek that man in that scenario. I can't believe it. What a play out of Drone. Just, you know, having faith in his aim, taking that fight in that one-on-one, not giving Sinatraa the space to get another recon. It's kind of something you have to do if you're playing a Sova, right? If he let Sinatraa get that recon, he's in big trouble.
It's so crazy. Sinatraa almost clutched that round.
And here's that B control. You can see Shaz tried to get A main control, didn't work. They're going B though.
Oh, this is dangerous. Wardell able to stay alive long enough to get the picks there. The Fedora, all that's showing that.
Zombs ulted back B though and killed Cutler. They have the B site. Oh, that is potentially the round. That's a huge kill.
Yeah, there's no position to work with. They only have the site. That's usually not good enough. Zombs pushes forward. He knows he has to make a play here. He can't just sit in the site and wait for them to coordinate a split onto them in a 4 versus 2. Oh dear, this is bad. This is really bad. Zombs going through. There's the flash. Oh, he's going to pass them. Oh, it doesn't quite work out. That could have amounted to at least a couple kills, but again, the retake is going to be good here for TSM. 7 rounds. This is a very strong start for TSM. Sentinels cannot find their footing.
Yeah, and what I like about TSM is they're keeping the pace of this game very, very fast on Sentinels. They're constantly aggressing A main. They're constantly opping in B main. Wardell's going for those peaks. Like, they know that Sentinels isn't trying to get mid first, and they're taking the fights on the extremities, right? They're playing their own game, and they're winning right now by doing that. I love it. I love it. This is such a good half of Valorant coming out of TSM.
Yeah, and if you consider as well that the round that the Sentinels did get was just an absolutely insane push with so much variance, with worse gear. The story that tells us is they aren't making their game plan work whatsoever on these buy rounds. And as we go into this next round, we're going to see a lot of action around B link here for Sentinels, trying to walk out into the mid position. They may be trying to get a contact in towards market. It's a couple players on catwalk here, though, for TSM. This setup could be very dangerous. This could be a devastating flank if TSM find the timing. If the defenders on the B site for TSM can slow this down, this cat flank is going to be huge. But Wardell has to slow him down. He looks like a dangerous presence with that operator, and he's doing so much damage. Wardell cannot be stopped here. Frag after frag. Cutler will chime in as well as Zombs try to gain some space, but it's no space gain, nothing but death towards this B side here for Sentinels at the hands of TSM that seem unyielding. It doesn't matter if it's A. Let's not forget, at the beginning of this game, it was all about that A main control, and Sentinels just consistently lost that battle.
Dan, I hate to say it, but I think I was right. I think TSM has put in a lot of anti-fighting. They hate their opponent, and they put the work in, man. I'm telling you, that cat flank, they had 5 people B before the hit was in. Like, the cat flank was in. There was no one A. No trips, no cam. There was a tell somewhere. Here's that early peek from Wardell. Successful again. This man is tearing them to pieces right now. And look, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to react with an early death like that. Shaz walking up cat, another free kill. A tilt ult out of Sinatraa. It's all falling apart right now. It's all falling apart, Dan.
Yeah, for sure. I think you were so correct when you said there's not a reaction, really. And it seems to be the case that, as we see just the kind of victory lap in this round, the hunting that's occurring, it seems to be the case that because their defaulting is they're stacking a lot of players towards one side of the map, and these early engagements that TSM are winning because they've clearly done the preparation. They know the timings. They know what they have to do to stifle this approach from Sentinels. Sentinels then get off on the weaker foot when they're taking the initiative with more players and more utility. And so if you're in that exchange, like, and you have no map control. Do you reset? It's going to take you a long time to actually be able to do anything again in the round. And then in that time, the other team has all the info. It seems so hard.
It's definitely
They're going back to the A tricks.
Yep. They don't know what to do. Early flash coming out of Omen, early flash coming out of Phoenix. These guys are getting shown no respect by TSM right now. None.
Oh, so good. This is the kind of opening that makes a great series, I think, Sean. We're gonna get a res there coming through, trying desperately to hold on to this position, but it's absolutely hopeless.
This is a bloodbath. This is
I love it.
This is insane. I never thought it would look like this.
Yeah, I agree. I think with all things considered, I think this is the worst map for me for Sentinels to start on against TSM, and that's just because I'm a little bit biased in the sense that I've seen these two teams playing more on the other maps, and on maps like Split and Bind in particular, and Haven actually, in some of the Havens I've seen, I generally like Sentinels' approach a bit better on their attack. So that said, as you said, Sean, there's a lot of counter-stratting clearly happening right now.
Holy shit. That was... We should literally put an NSFW tag on this stream right now. That was brutal to watch. That was like a half of... As a professional player, you leave it, you're like... I don't even know what just happened. Like, these guys right now in Sentinels are just, like, probably shook. Look at this aggression. Yeah. They're just getting shown no respect. And they're apparently the best team in the world right now.
Yeah. Well, 10-2 at the end of the first half. We need a good start on the pistol here, Sentinels, on this defense. We'll see what they can do. Oh, Dapr is putting himself some damage, putting himself a lot of targets to shoot at. He'll do significant work there with that Ghost. And ShahZaM will also thin the numbers here on the attack. So this is looking very desperate right now for TSM to try to recover this. I don't even know what Hazed is doing there. Just playing with his guns. Subroza, though, 1 versus 2 now as he takes down 1 with the Ghost down to 20 HP. He's got to be very snappy here. He's got to find those quick headshots as he looks for the first engagement. Sick will get the better of him. And, well, we framed it. It was just a brutal slaughter of Sentinels when Sentinels were on their attack. But they win the pistol, opening up on their defense. We already talked about how strong Sinatraa is in particular as a player in general, but on this B site. And we also sung the praises of Sentinels in other fashions. So this is, I mean, if they're able to convert this eco, Sean, we can't count it out.
Dude, I don't like the look of a full rush A on attack pistol Ascent. I feel like that's a little bit much, don't you think? That's a little bit much.
Loving the paranoia. We see that a lot here to try to force back any B main aggression.
Wild. This is like the Valorant equivalent of a speedrun stream. How do you live?
Sinatraa, please. Is he going to get the kill here with this Ares? Yes, of course he is. You'd love to see it.
So here you see like Sage and Sinatraa just stalling out this B site. They breach on the rotate with the flashes. Omen throwing global smokes all the way from the A site. He also is doubling up on Catwalk. Cutler is just going to control A main this camp. It's a super difficult round for TSM to win, but you can learn a lot from the other team's setup.
Yeah, really good so far for Sentinels that they've only lost a single player, given that right now they're in a 4v2. It's very hard without numbers to trade onto additional frags in the position that TSM find themselves in, and they have to kind of contact everywhere because they need to use the element of surprise and just hope that that's going to work out. They make any noise at all, given that they have no numbers and no firepower, they are screwed. They have to use the element of surprise. They might actually find it. Oh, no. Okay, it looks like Sinatraa actually got a sick timing there. I think he turned around just at the right moment. So there you go. Second round of the half won by Sentinels. They're 6 away from equalizing with TSM. Got to convert this gun round, but they've got a Spectre, an Ares, a Bulldog, another Spectre. It's not a great look, Sean, in terms of firepower. It's really just ShahZaM that's got anything respectable in this round.
I do think, though, that this is the type of round where if Sentinels wins this round and TSM isn't broke, looking at like 10-6 at that point, with Sentinels have a massive economy lead, it could go down to the wire. So I think this is a huge round for TSM to win.
Get that early harassment from Sinatraa towards B main. And it looks like the presence of Subroza has been felt already. He's looking for just a contact pick. He spotted ahead. He wants to just punish this. Got to be really careful you don't shoot too many bullets so you can get punished. Just creating presence there for TSM as his teammates start to create presence towards B main.
And what
Wardell
Subroza
here.
is doing is really smart. He's trying to make himself seem bigger than he is. He's in the A site right now. What the? Oh my god, he had a trip?
Yeah, that was a pretty bold play, trying to get that contact all the way through, but not going to work out here. Get a recon dart going there from Sinatraa in a very strong position. Can he find it? Oh, the recon, so good! He is unbelievable with those. And the Ares is going to just rip him up. And that's going to create the time, the space for the rotation to come through for the rest of Sentinels. And ShahZaM with the cleanup. Beautiful. How annoying is Sinatraa? I honestly hope I never find myself in a server against him when he's on that sober.
Oh my god. And what's so funny is he knew exactly where the recon would ping that man at. He just was waiting for it. Oh my god, that is dirty. Dan, that is dirty. You should be charged with something. Anything.
Yeah, just harassment. Oh my god. Okay. So that's really crucial because ShahZaM keeps the AWP. Sinatraa upgrades to the Odin. They get to pick up some Phantoms. It's a huge round in terms of the economy as well.
I like this, by the way, that they're using Cutler's cam. Sorry to interrupt. They're using Cutler's cam at tiles to stop ShahZaM from peeking up tower. And they're setting the expectation that he won't be able to get that pick for this entire game. They're setting that expectation early. That's a very important thing to have in this map.
A lot of space actually there from TSM in mid. They found a lot of ground behind the cover of the wall that was placed there defensively by Sick. And ShahZaM's watching the cross. He'll likely get either flashed or smoked, or there'll be some utility that should deal with this position if they are looking to try to burst through. But they're waiting for the wall to go down, and ShahZaM actually gets some info. There's the flash. Sick able to find a pick there as well. That's pretty awesome here. What? What was that?
The recon.
Drone. Sorry, Cutler, in fact, finding that headshot. That is just disgusting. That does not seem reasonable to me.
Feels bad, man. You get that insane spam and he just gets res. Did it even happen? I don't know.
Oh god. Well, they've got not too much time remaining in this round. 30 seconds or less than to get the spike planted. Great spot here for Zombs actually, and he's going to be able to get such a favorable angle there as the cage goes up. And it's looking really good to finish off this round. It will actually, in fact, be Dapr to finish off the kills, but ultimately there's a great stoppage there between the cage and just that perfect position to deal with that spot. And once again, Sean, it's round by round, Sentinels are getting closer. They've created a great economy, and they've got great momentum here.
Yeah, I'm starting to get nervous. And this is ShahZaM adapting, right? He keeps getting cammed every round. And what did I say? He knows he's been conditioned. He can no longer pick off Cat. He's going to adapt. He's going to op mid now, right? Oh, man. Omen is playing this A site. I've played A site as Omen solo. It's very difficult to stop a push. And it's an A hit coming from TSM. This Omen at A has a lot to do.
Yeah, they may just have to try to hold on to retake positions, keep control of Cat, keep control of Tree. And then they can potentially go up the A side. That might be something they're thinking about here. The wall will slow things down, so the rotations coming through, they seem to have the info to tell. The question is, well, to be honest, right now, this is very committed. Oh no. Drone, great ult there. Finds Zombs. That is really huge. This is so telegraphed at this point. They are fully committed. They have to go in. Great shots come through. Drone, and it's so deadly precise with that rifle. And it's up to ShahZaM here. Now, they're not all the way through to the side just yet, so ShahZaM has time to play with. Dapr is able to find one off the distraction that's created by ShahZaM from the rafters position. And ShahZaM's playing a very tight angle here. He doesn't want to open himself up too much. Great jiggle! That is such a good jiggle from ShahZaM, and he's going to try to find additional value. That's going to create the space there to get Dapr onto the site. There goes Dapr. The trade comes through. Great shot from ShahZaM. Finds Wardell as well. And that is crazy. What an insane round, Sean. How do you even begin to break that one down?
That was one of those rounds, and these happen once every match in Valorant. They're the most exciting rounds because it's when both teams know it's a super important round. Everyone's popping ults, right? And the round means more than just one round because your ults are almost round guarantees, and you're counter ulting thinking you have the solution to win this round, right? So you see the blind ult coming out of drone, the multi-kills, Shaz pops his ult, Wardell pops his ult. There's ults going around everywhere. That round is way more than one round in this game.
Wow.
That was insane. That was such an insane round. Very well played by TSM to not go out of A main and get hit by Shaz's ult and drone with those whippy shots. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, nothing but success for Sentinels. Right now, TSM are in the desert and they're looking for the Oasis. But where is it? Might not be in the middle here because ShahZaM is looking to be in a very strong position. He will whiff that shot, but look at the distraction there. They're looking at ShahZaM. Sick peeks out. That swing is good for one. Oh, he's going to go for possibly more. He has to be cautious with these re-peeks. You already have the advantage. Hazed with a very aggressive play there up onto the wall is going to get taken down. Of course, they are on just pistols, so got to go for some crazy stuff. That's a nice shot, but Sick will take down Cutler, and that was a short-lived pistol. And 8 rounds for Sentinels. Again, nothing but success here. Yeah, looks like the offense on this map is difficult for both teams.
Where would you put the odds right now of who wins this game?
I think Sentinels, just because
I would favor Sentinels.
They haven't dropped a single round, and right now, if you look at TSM, there's nothing has worked. That's a huge problem. Their default's not working, their set pieces are not working. That's a horrible place to find yourself.
Yeah, they have no solutions right now.
Hit them hard.
They do have, fortunately for them, let's see, they have the Hazed ult and they have the Cutler ult. So if they get in a mid-game scenario, those are good mid-game ults. But they have to find an opening, and that's where they're struggling.
I love how the drone just spins around.
Yeah. Spins
that's like
failure.
Reminds me when I'm trying to ice skate, that's kind of like how I look, just spinning around without any control. But the mid again seems to be the point of pressure here for TSM and Sinatraa. It's just
Wardell
such a...
so low, right?
Yeah.
No, he has full health. Lying.
Look at the jump peeking there from Sinatraa. Looking to get some info. You've got to be so careful, especially Wardell's, he's posted up looking for that now.
I know exactly where.
I like the jump peeking though, and the cat play is coming.
Ult. See the solo A, and they're going to pounce. They're going to pounce real quick. Sentinels just look to be saving.
Depends how much Zombs can get, perhaps. If he gets another one, maybe there's a chance, but that said, it isn't easy. It's like I would say the easier side to retake if the other team doesn't get that post-pump positioning, but as you say, not really that much to work with here. And there we go. So it looks like finally, in the most... Well, we're getting to obviously the end of this match, so we really needed to see some success happen here for TSM, and they've managed to find it. But the question is always this, Sean, in these situations: how replicable is this for TSM?
Well, here's the thing. This round was possible because, like I said, they had those 2 ults, Cutler ult and the Hazed ult, and if they get in mid-round scenarios after a pick, they can succeed with Cutler's ult. Shaz gave them that pick. I can't stress enough, it looks like Sentinels is the better team, but if TSM gets a pick, things can get... The variance of the rounds changes drastically at that point. And you can see the importance of that Cypher ult in that mid-game. They immediately pounced on the A site. Sick made the wrong read to actually rotate to B, and then Sinatraa fell as well to the lurk. So I think they just can't give up these early kills.
Yeah. I have been really impressed with, despite there's difficulties here in the second half, I have been really impressed with TSM. So cannot put it past them at all to find a way in here. Very explosive players, as we've seen. There's a couple kills there from Hazed, really removing all of the money possible from the other team, from Sentinels. And here's the drone through mid, get that info.
Oh man, look at the ground taken. They are so deep in mid right now. Both Subroza and Hazed.
Oh my. Oh no. That was very close.
It was very, very close. See Wardell holding their cat flank. Go ahead.
was gonna say the question is converting from this map control, and I think that's where you were going, Sean.
Yeah. I'm curious where TSM takes us. They have no A control, so it should be a B split here. And it's quite telegraphed because they've shown no A presence. It's going to be very, very difficult to deal with Dapr in the very back of the B site. Just nested in. Cam protecting him. I don't know. That Cam's above B main. Will they turn around and clear it? Because he's not activating it constantly. He's just staying in it to calm. This will be really interesting. Because he's going to calm everything.
There they go.
He sees it all.
It's going to be very difficult, especially with that flank coming through. Great kill from Drone. That applies so much pressure. Sick will make his way towards the corner box there. Sinatraa doing some damage. All of a sudden, all the kills going towards Sentinels. Wardell able to find something. It's been a drought at the round, but he's looking to create some kind of a moment here, but they just can't make their way into the site. The defense is impenetrable, and it looks like Wardell's going to have to give up the ghost on this one. Keep that operator alive. It looks like he should be good to do so, but that was a great hold from Sentinels, I got to say. Oh, nice shot. But I have to say, Sean, it feels, when you're in Sentinels' position, it feels so uncomfortable when you've given up that much space and you're just waiting like that and you don't have anywhere to fall back. That's often very hard, but they managed to pass with flying colors.
That's just some really good snitching coming out of Dapr, man. He's just staying in that cam and he's just constantly chirping. That's all I'm saying. Like, this man just telegraphed the entire hit to his team. The recon was there waiting. You know, the Sage is nested in the site, getting spam kills. Oh, early B hit. Wait.
Yeah, oh, they're looking to really apply the pressure. Subroza
today.
Yeah, this is looking a bit risky here. Now, there is an option to actually reset, especially with that wall going up. Huge rotations coming through from Sentinels. They've got to respect the levels of threat towards that B site.
Oh, this is
and now ShahZaM's looking for the rotation. He knows that they have to rotate out of this, and he's looking to cover the ground there. So if they want to go to A, they're going to have to go the long way, unless they want to spend utility on dealing with mid, and they don't really want to do that. The drone comes through as well from Sinatraa. Get additional info. I think it's going to run out before...
This fight with Wardell and Shaz. No, Wardell doesn't get spotted. Oh, this is interesting. Now, they've allowed Sentinels to reset into their default setup in like a 2-1-2 type of style. Now they're leaving heavily towards the A site because the cam's up in B. You can see Dapr's playing it the same exact way. So he'll get the early comm again for Sick to rotate. They're so ready. Hazed is super aware.
That's so smart. That's such good pressure from Hazed.
And you can see now that draws the rotate. Shaz is now leaving the A site. He's drawn the rotate all by himself. Sinatraa has a lot to do right now. He's all alone in this A site.
This is so risky indeed. ShahZaM won't actually find Hazed there. The push, the creep onto the site from Cat and from A main is causing problems here for Sentinels. They're going to have to try to retake this, or I don't know how their money is right now. Do they give this up? It's a 3v4 retake on the A side. This is a hard call. They would have to be given something. Well, there's the res available. And there's the res used. 4v4 now looking to retake tree. Hazed, though, locks it down again. This is really scary. This is such a strong position to hold the retake from. That only leaves so much ground to work from. There's not much time left coming in here. And they're going to get annihilated trying to swoop through onto that retake. It just doesn't work out, Sean.
Dude, Hazed's brain is so big. How does it fit in that little Omen hoodie? I don't even know. He enters the B bomb site and looks straight up to break the cam. That causes the rotate out of ShahZaM. He tellies into market. He holds the catwalk flank. He smokes their head. This man is literally doing everything from across the map.
Yeah.
He made that run possible because Sentinels was all over the rotate. All over it. If he doesn't break the cam, it's over.
So huge. TSM finally finding themselves in a position. We were talking about the momentum being with Sentinels, but TSM have found life. And with that life, it might be enough to carry them over the finish line for Ascent. So this is so important that Sentinels can find some way to deal with TSM here. They're creeping up Cat. They're getting really forward control here. All the trips up on the A side, though. Cage is being...
The double up draft jet.
Oh, Wardell! That's disgusting over the arches. He'll find exactly what he's looking for, and the trades come through though. Sentinel's not done just yet, fighting back. The spike is down on the ground, it's being collected by Hazed. He's only got one teammate to work off of. It's all on Sick right now. 1v2. There's the flick! Oh, that's not bad, is it? But Hazed has the trade, and TSM will lock it down. They are going to pick up Ascent.